Yeah. Okay, 239. My bad.
You're trying to make him sound bad.
You do not miss
my
things.
bad. 230.
Nothing.
239, which is 90 yards less than everybody else at the bare minimum.
How'd Carson Wentz do?
Well, I love it. Skip Bayless. He didn't go.
They played in the same game.
Hold on, first of all, if Carson was throwing against his secondary, he probably threw for 500. But that's not here.
Wait, Carson Wentz didn't even break the 200 mark.
Skip, we're not talking about
191.
Skip.
You like that?
You're the runner. It's my turn. It's my turn. You gonna let me explain to you why I get Skip. I gave him a C because I do not believe that they won this game because of Dak Prescott. Skip, you saw him throwing the ball to Amari Cooper. I thought he threw one great ball yesterday. One great ball. And that was the rail throw to Jalen Mills when he hit Amari up the rail. Other than that, guys were wide open. The touchdown. Was that guy not? Was he not wide open? Skip the touchdown end zone. Was he not wide open yesterday?
I didn't even write it on my list.
Oh, go good. Okay?
That's another one. That's an Aaron Rodgers memorial. Just throw it underhanded.
Okay. And what about the sluggo when he hit Amari up the rail? I don't know.
Sweet.
What is
that
Douglas,
not a good throw?
What is Douglas thinking?
See, that's the throw Carson Wentz misses.
Stop it.
Yeah, he does.
You do stop. But Skip, and the thing is, the accuracy is still a problem.
Really?
Yes. Did you saw it last night? And I had the DJ cut this mix up. Got a remix for me going on right now, right quick. Yeah. Oh, Dak Prescott. Now, Skip, there's a reoccurring theme that we've seen every game this year, and it's on slant patterns that we keep seeing. DJ, drop the beat right quick. I'm gonna keep talking over it in the background. Now, you see this, Skip Bayless, right here.
Yeah.
You see that right there, Skip?
I saw a drop, is what
Skip,
I saw.
stop it. Now, we keep seeing the Skip.
Yeah.
Every game this year, we've seen at least one of those.
Did Gallup catch the second one?
No, he caught, but but I'm sure, Skip, he caught it, but it wasn't an accurate throw.
So you pick out like one throw in the whole game, and you say that wasn't accurate.
Skip.
Do you know how many times Carson Wentz misses receivers? He'll have like 8 misfires a game.
Skip.
Yeah.
The question, Jenny, can you repeat the question?
We're talking about Dak, and I would like a letter grade.
Thank you
For his performance.
I would appreciate it, Mr. Bayless.
Just for
Just
that,
Dak.
you're giving him a C?
Skip, I would appreciate it if you leave other quarterbacks out of this. I will grade them at a later date and time. But at this time, Mr. Prescott is the only one that took the exam.
Yeah.
And Mr. Prescott got a C because I do not feel that he was accurate, and I feel against that secondary, given what they had given up against other quarterbacks that you feel that of all the quarterbacks that's played against that secondary, you say Dak's the best. He's better than Rodgers, better than Keenum, better than Cousins, better than Ryan. Yet he was 100 yards. He was almost 200 less than Rodgers, 150 less than Keenum, 100 less than Cousins, and about 85 less than Matt Ryan. The defense improves.
Less than Rodgers? Rodgers had a pedestrian night. On Thursday night?
He had 422.
On Thursday night?
Yeah,
I
against
don't
the
remember
Eagles.
him having that many. I just remember the last pass where he completely missed Darius Shepard.
He did that, Skip, but I'm just saying. He had 422 in case Keenum lost, but he had 380. But I'm saying their defense improved passing-wise after playing the Cowboys. And you're like, huh? But that just goes to show you. Skip, I'm just not seeing the consistent accuracy.
Really?
Yes, he made a rail throw up the side on Jalen Mills, but that was the best throw I saw of the night. The rest of the throws, you and I could have made 4 or 5 of those throws.
Really? Wow.
C.
Interesting.
And you're not changing my mind. C. But come in and do some extra credit. You might can get it up next week.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't need to do any extra
credit
because all the apples come onto this side of the table. And speaking of Apple, I'm going to go A-. A is for Apple, A-. Yep, because I loved how my quarterback played under the circumstances against the division arch rival.
You're right.
With all the chips pushed to the middle of the table, both teams 3-3, make or break, north or south. My team had lost 3 straight games, and my quarterback came out and immediately set the tone. And again, they're a balanced football team, so it takes Zeke and Dak, Dak and Zeke, Zeke and Dak. They balance it up. But all I know is my quarterback threw 5 balls to Amari Cooper. And what happened, Mr. Sharp?
He caught them all.
Caught all 5 for 106 yards. All I know is the Eagles blitzed my quarterback 7 times. And what happened last night on the 7 blitzes? He completed every ball against every blitz. He went 7 for 7 versus blitzes.
I mean, hell, they telegraphed the blitz. They called him, hey, Dak, we finna blitz.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Interesting. Then I saw 2 drops last night. One to Zeke. It just hit him right in the hands, right in the middle of the field. He could have run for another at least 10 yards. And then that throw that you just showed when you dropped that track down at the goal line.
Yep.
Michael Gallup, who's a very close friend of Dak's, you have to just slow up and catch it because it's right there. It's just right there. You have to catch the ball.
Skip, why do they
Every
keep
ball's
happening?
not going to be perfect
Skip,
from
why-
any quarterback.
but Skip-
Tom Brady throws a couple of balls every game that are a little behind, little off, and they catch them.
But Skip, every game we see that at least once or twice a game. Every game, and it's
wait a second.
always on those plays.
He goes 21 of 27. That should have been 23 of 27.
Nope.
And if it's 23, then he's got 250, 260, which is a really good night's work.
No.
And yet, all the key throws in the game that he had to make, the tone setters. Can I show you the first one that he threw that was just a rifle shot? It was 3:58 left in the first quarter. It's 3rd and 8 from the 27. 3rd and 8. Look at this shot that he throws to Randall Cobb. That's a hard throw, and that hits him right where he can catch it, and only he can catch it. And that inspired Chris Collinsworth to say on the NBC telecast that the Eagles are saying, they were telling Chris before the game, whenever they met with him yesterday, that, boy, Dak's throwing it so much better than he did last year. He threw parties on them last year twice, at Philly and at Jerry World. The last 10 games when he got Amari, he led the whole league in completions last year. How can you be inaccurate and lead the whole league over the last 10 games of the season in completions? I don't know. You tell me he's inaccurate.
Because you got the league leading rusher, play action.
How can you be inaccurate and throw for 243 in the 4th quarter and overtime against the Eagles last year at home, at Jerry World? 243? So that means my quarterback has beaten your quarterback now 3 straight times and outplayed him 3 straight times. Payback?
Yeah.
Really?
When you come there.
Interesting.
When y'all come to whatever it's called, CenturyLink Field or whatever it's called.
Yeah, whatever it's called. So I'm going to admit publicly that I was for once a little disappointed in the QBR that.
Wait. I wasn't going to bring that up.
Okay.
Because I know you disappointed.
He got a 65, and I don't really know how you can do a 65.
I do.
He took a couple of sacks.
Yep.
And he had one ball that you say was behind, and again, it should have been caught, but I didn't see any other inaccurate passes the whole night.
Hold on, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Tavon Austin is what, 5'8"? Why would you throw him a jump ball when he's double covered?
Because you're going for the kill shot, and I'm glad you brought that up because I'm sure this Dak got docked for, and it's with 11:16 left in the game, and it's pretty much a runaway at this point, and your man had just thrown a pick right to Xavier Woods. And Dak comes right back and says, I'm going for the kill shot. And the ball was where it was supposed to be, but Jalen Mills made a heck of a play on this ball. This ball is a touchdown if Jalen Mills doesn't catch up, get up, and snatch it.
We can't do that.
Yeah. Well, again, was that ball where it was supposed to be?
No, yeah.
Was that an Aaron Rodgers underthrow?
No. It should have never thrown. I mean, Tavon Austin.
What circumstance of the game? I thought QBR took into consideration circumstance. He's going for the throat. You just try it and hope Tavon can be just a split second behind Jalen Mills where the ball will just fall right in his breadbasket. And it almost did.
And guess what?
It was a good throw.
And guess what I took into account?
Good throw.
Guess what I took into account?
No.
Dak took the test and got an answer wrong.
Really?
So I marked it wrong.
Okay.
So in other words, that's why he got a C. Plays like that and the inaccurate throw to Michael Gallup. 2 of those, he caught one. The inaccuracy. Now.
Interesting. So he did have a 65 QBR,
65.
but your guy, Carson Wentz, had a 29.
Yikes. Skip.
29?
I want you to stop. No, I'm not going to let you do that. We're not talking about walking to it.
You've always told me that Wentz is better than Dak.
Skip. Wentz did not play well yesterday.
Okay.
But this topic is not about Wentz. It's about Dak.
Yeah, but you told me that Aaron Rodgers was great, so he's back off one game.
But it was the topic.
We can't condemn Wentz off one game, can we? Or that's what doesn't.
Hold on.
2 + 2 don't equal.
First of all, I didn't say Rodgers was back. I said, hell, he never went anywhere.
Never left.
You can't call it a comeback when the man never left.
He's
been here for
ago.
years.
For 4 years.
Yeah, he left nowhere. Stop it. Stop it.
2 years without the playoffs, and you're a transcendent thrower of the football?
Your guy is trying to reach the levels in which Aaron Rodgers is hovering at. Now, when Aaron Rodgers steps on the gas and go to that rare air that very few quarterbacks can get to, only a handful of quarterbacks has ever breathed that air. That rarefied, that go up there, Skip, only a handful. Only a hand. And guess what? Dak is not in that hand. He's not one of those fingers, so he's not in that hand,
So,
Jenny.
help me out. Through 7 NFL games
What?
this year, I don't know how it happened, but Dak Prescott off at only a 65 last night still leads the whole league in QBR. How do you explain that?
But-
he's inaccurate, but he
Leads
leads
the
the whole
league.
league in QBR. How do you explain that? It's
You would think-
impossible.
You would think a guy that
Joking
leads the
on
league,
that?
you would think a guy that leads the league in QBR would lead the league in another category. What about touchdown passes?
How
What about
about
yards?
How about yards passing? He's third in the league in yards passing. How about completion percentage? Because he's so inaccurate, he's third in the league in completion percentage. How could that be?
What about
he's
touchdown
so
passes?
inaccurate
What about touchdown
that
passes?
he's a bust.
What about that? I mean, the guy got, hold on. My homeboy
Yeah.
is 15-1, and he ain't gonna play for a while. 15-1. He got 1 INT,
Yeah.
and he got more yards.
Well, I don't know.
What's about-
QBR says just screaming that my
Your guy
guy's
got-
better than your guy.
Your guy has 12 touchdowns and 7 interceptions.
Okay. Well, I told you 3 of him were.
They ain't no 3
were
or
not
nothing.
To face, I embrace debate. I don't make mistakes, I just make my case. Drops mic when I'm done. What more can I say? Not bite to my tongue. I don't like the taste. I'm on and I'm on and I own my opponent. I'm always in the zone, need a zone, out of zone, and then we could get it poppin'. Pick the topic if you want to skip it, Shannon, skip it, hoppin'. Took these sports and made them pop it. All right, undisputed.
Welcome to Undisputed. We are live from LA. I'm Jenny Taft here with Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharp. Good morning.
Good morning, Jimmy.
First Things First is sponsored by Ram Trucks, built to serve.
Welcome in to First Things First. I'm Sarah Kustok filling in for Jenna Wolf. That's the Hall of Famer, Chris Carter. That's Nick Wright. I would say happy Friday and ask how you guys are doing,
I'm
but
gonna knock that out
I
your
think we
hands.
already know the answer.